Hello. Let me pull my glasses up so I can see. Let me
Girl,
go into the comments.
I went I went to the vape shop today and I was gonna buy juice. And I can see far away, I just can't see up close. And the damn juice was right at that point where it wasn't far enough away from me to see, but it wasn't close enough for me to see either with the glasses. I was like, what's that?
You know what? I would say it's just us getting old.
It is.
It's just us getting old. I'm not going to say anything else.
It's a benefit of being a crone.
And we are beautiful crows. Hello, everybody. Allison, Deborah, Native Punka, Naya. Hello, hello, hello. I hope everybody's doing well today. How are
Shana,
you doing, Lynna?
I'm doing good. I guess. I mean, same shit, different day.
It's a Sunday. Hey, Shania, it's a Sunday.
So, I've been getting a lot done. I don't know if you read the newsletter I sent out yesterday. Both websites are
I did not.
up and running smoothly. I've been working on the Patreon. I got four teroscopes for November completed.
Ooh, girl, you are on it. I haven't even started. I haven't even looked at anything for November. I still haven't listened to the Libra one yet. In fact, I'm gonna listen to it when I get done. Well, I got class after this, but I'll listen to it today. See what's going on. I was unboxing this board and it's
Oh yeah, I said I was gonna get mine and show it.
what is it? The Tabula Mortem?
Tableau or what?
Is it Tableau?
No, that's
Tabla.
tabula mortem.
Yeah,
Let me
Tabula Mortem. And I've never dealt with an Ouija board before, you guys. Let me try to get it in here so you guys can see. But it's really beautiful. This one is foldable, so that's why it's shaking and everything like that. But I have never used one before. Look at this. I was sitting over here trying to get it to move because I was like, okay, what do I need to do? Do I need to talk to spirit? Do I need to ask a question? So I'm sitting over here like, okay. Now y'all know, as soon as this thing moves, I'm exiting left.
Here's the one that I got from Jamie.
Oh, I remember that one. That one is beautiful.
And it came with this. I'm gonna have to get behind the curtain here, but I'll show you the little planchette thing.
Is that what you call it, the planchette? This is what this is. This one even has a chain that goes to it where you can wear it.
I got a necklace one too, but let's see.
But yeah, it's. I mean, it really is. It's a beautiful board, you guys.
Okay, here's the drawers.
Deborah, you're scared of them? Growing up, I've heard so many horror stories about the Ouija boards. Oh, that one is really pretty with the magnifier. That's what I need, the magnifier in it. I might need to go ahead and put one in mine.
Magician from the tarot and the high priestess because they're on the board.
Ah, so does the letter show up in the circle part of this?
Yeah, they're supposed to.
Oh, okay. So I was doing it wrong. I was trying to put the.
No. But I ordered a necklace too. The necklace doesn't have the magnifier in it because she makes jewelry too.
Oh no, I didn't know.
Look at that shit. I have had my hair in a ponytail so long. I didn't even know how long my hair got.
Yeah, it is long. Let me see. I want to get one. I feel drawn to it. I don't need any extra people or things in my house. Deborah, they're already in your house, babe. That's beautiful, Lynna. Spirit is everywhere. And I know a lot of people think that you call spirit in when you use certain things, but then wander. If you live by a graveyard, if you live anywhere people have died, they come through your living room, they pass through your house, they sit out in your yard. There's sometimes where I sit in the backyard with my phone, and I just videotape boards that are just floating around because they're just wayward spirits. Especially with last year with COVID, we had a bunch of people that died that they didn't know. So there was a lot of spirit activity around, especially around the graveyards last year too.
Girl,
So,
you're gonna have to come down here and do a ghost tour. I've not done it
oh,
either.
because of the graveyards there?
Well, because remember the storm of 1900 killed 8,000 people.
True. True,
That was
true, true.
the most deadliest disaster in the United States.
Yeah. So a lot of wayward souls. Well, some that have moved on and some that are wayward. Let's see. I know my father-in-law is always here. Hey, Cajun Chef Jay. Hey, Laverne.
Hi.
Um, so you got to think about it. If you do have ancestors that visit, that you're gonna have other spirits that visit. So it's not so much that the board calls spirit in. It's just like anything you would use pendulums, tarot cards, and things like that. I think anything that you do, you want to just use respectively and responsibly.
Yeah.
When you're dealing with any of them, treat them well. Treat them well. Now, if you call in some negative energy or darker energies, they will come. Can trickster spirits come through other divination things? Of course. Of course they can. They can come through mirrors in your own house. You don't even have to do any magic to them. They can walk through mirrors. They walk through walls. So not to scare anybody, because I know I'm probably freaking some people out. But spirit is all around us. It's just the way it is. So the topic today, which I really know nothing about, is auras.
Yeah.
Now I remember. Go ahead, Lynna.
I need you to come down here so I can show you how to see auras. There are. Go ahead. I'm sorry. That's all.
No,
You
no,
say,
no, no,
say
no.
what you're going to say.
I was just gonna say, I want to say, and it may have been about 8 or 9 years ago. Um, I was at a fair, and there was this lady who was reading auras,
Mm-hmm.
and she could read them just by looking at you. But she also had a special machine that would record your aura and then give you the picture of it. And every time, and I've done that twice. Every time, my aura has always been bluish purple. Now, I know that they change because I have noticed on certain people, sometimes I can see colors around them, which I'm assuming is their aura. But remember, what was it when we went to Cold Meadows?
I have that video.
And I was at the cemetery, and he was like, "I see a blue color around you."
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. But there was also wasn't there a blue person standing beside you?
Yeah, there was a blue person because he kept going, "You have something blue around you," and I was like, I could feel the temperature drop because we were in the graveyard. Now,
Mm-hmm.
here's the thing: every time I go to the graveyard, I will say it always is a tint of blue to me. But it is one of those things that I always just kind of, you brush off or whatever. But I noticed that whenever I see a bluish person or a person that has like a bluish aura or tint that I pick up, and it's very, very rare that I even pick it up, there's something with sadness there. There's something with sadness, which and I say you're wearing blue right now. But it is true. It is true. I tend to dress in blues and purples a lot. Blue, purple, and red. Because those are the colors that I gravitate. But to be honest, I can rock any color. But blues and purples, I tend to dress in those a lot more. So there may be a connection there, Shania. You're right. Are you looking for the video?
I was, but I think it might be on Facebook. I don't know if I saved it on my phone.
Ah,
I have the video of the. I don't have the picture because some people took some pictures, and it showed the spirits there. Remember?
yeah, it was standing right beside me. And he said that. He said, you have somebody or something that is blue right there next to you, which makes sense. Every time I go to the graveyard, I get somebody that walks shoulder to shoulder with me. I can
Mm-hmm.
always feel it. But that particular person, I will say, um, didn't feel familiar at all to me. So when he said
There was
there's
a lot
somebody
of
blue, yeah. So it was definitely a spirit that was just had taken a liking to me, or at least just wanted to be closer, or they probably could have been even trying to attach. I'm not even sure. All
yeah.
I know is when I left, they were still in the graveyard because
I
I
was.
made sure to drive across that water
Oh yeah.
to leave them there.
I was trying to find the video of you and Taylor ghost hunting.
Oh, yeah, when we did that. Yeah, we were using a
Oh,
spirit app, the voice app, the spirit app, and it was 100%. We got to talk about ghost hunting too one day.
yeah,
Ghost hunting. We got to talk about a Ouija board. So we got a lot of other things, y'all. Put them in the suggestion so that
yeah,
we can
in
scroll
the
down them and talk about them.
in the group.
Now, what about you guys? Have y'all seen auras? Have y'all been able to read auras? I was looking at this article and it was saying that you look at somebody's nose and you try not to focus too much on their nose.
And you squint your eyes. There's actually, I know it looks like I'm distracted, but I really am trying to do stuff for y'all. Let me look up some pictures and I'll post them up here because it's kind of like looking at a 3D picture. So let me see if I can put one up here. Images. I used to be able to see them before I went blind. Well, before I got old, it was easier to see them.
I kind of get like pinkish around you.
Around me? See, now I don't see colors. When I see auras, but they're all kind of like, looks like clear. Sometimes they have, oh,
Mm.
the best aura I ever have, girl, I got so much to say. Hold on, let me put this up here
Go
before
ahead.
before I get
Because a lot of people think that auras are one basic color and they really aren't. They change. They change by your moods, they change by your environment. I will say that I've seen that with people that talk about it. They'll say, "Oh, this person's aura is was orange today and now it looks like it's muted with blues and purples and things like that." When that girl took my picture, and I don't think I have it because that was some years ago. It literally was like a blend of blue, purple, and turquoise that particular day. The second time that I had it done, it was more red and orange and some other colors. So it could have been, I was pissed that day. It could have been red was something that had to do with anger. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But let me see, because I pulled up what the different colors do mean.
Yeah, I got that too. But go ahead, because I'm still trying to figure.
While you're looking, I'll go ahead just to put it out there what the colors mean or what they correspond to. Okay. So the first one is red, and red is about energy, strength, anger, sexuality, passion, fear, ego, which would make sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have orange. Orange is about self control, ambition, courage, thoughtfulness, and a lack of will. Yellow is optimistic, happy, intellectual, friendly, indecisive, easily led. Green is peaceful, healing, compassion, deceitful, jealous.
Oh,
Blue is spiritual, loyal, creative, sensitive, kind, and moody. And then we have indigo or purple, benevolence, highly intuitive, seeker, spiritual, priestess or priest, or spiritual mentor, or somebody that has spiritual wisdom.
mm-hmm.
Violet, highly spiritual, wisdom, intuition. So indigo, I guess, and violet, two variations on purple. One
Yeah.
is more bluish purple. The other one is more of a base purple or a darker purple. It looks like.
What did
Uh,
your What did your red say?
Red was energy, strength, anger, sexuality, passion, fear, and ego.
Okay, because I also have well grounded on here on this
Well
particular
grounded.
well grounded, energetic, and strong willed.
I can see that.
Now they
Maybe.
say those seven colors, because there's seven colors there, represent seven layers, and the layers are supposed to correspond with a different chakra. The different layers do different chakras. There's and what the fuck is this? Absolute layer, which is the violet, an intuitional layer, which is indigo, spiritual layer, which is blue, astral layer, which is green, emotional layer is yellow, sacral layer is orange, and the physical layer is red.
Okay. Interesting. Interesting. I have more colors. I have brown, blues, whites, but I think that there's a whole array of,
Mm-hmm.
it kind of reminds me, I kind of equate it like a mood ring. You remember the old mood rings
Mm-hmm.
when you were little?
Yep.
And you would put them on and they would change colors, based on whatever mood you were. So I kind of equate the same thing. But like you say, I know that it is
Is
more,
it's an energetic field, and so when your energy changes depending on how you feel, or physically or mentally, it changes the energy around you.
right.
It changes colors. Sometimes I've heard people say that there are people who have holes in their aura.
Oh, yeah.
I've never seen holes in aura, but I tell you, the first aura I ever saw was so spectacular. I mean, it was like I was on a cruise ship, and I'd never been able to see auras. That's why I want you to come down here so I can teach you how to see. Um, because we can go out to the ocean. But when I was on the cruise ship, I would look across the water, and where the sky met the water, right there at the horizon,
Hmm.
I focused on that point, and then all of a sudden it started. It was like an inch, and then it just got bigger and bigger and bigger of the white coming up from the ocean, and it had all these sparkly things like floating through it. It was really cool. So I want you to come down here and do it on the water with me.
Let's see. Elisa is saying each one is different and holistic. So we look at the spiritual anatomy and we're taught that layer closest to you is your health, body, everything else that radiates outside, which is true.
Mm-hmm.
Which is true. A lot of people look at it that way because when you go to a lot of holistic doctors, they have a machine that takes a picture of your aura or
Yeah.
your energy field. And a lot of times they can tell what you're deficient in by looking at the colors. And that's from a holistic standpoint.
Remember when I was saying let's go up to Dallas and get Yoda done?
Mm-hmm.
Because Roger has one of those machines, and you can just put your pet's paw on it, and it reads and records the aura in your pet.
They have a lot of them out there now that do things like that. You
Mm-hmm.
have ones that, like you say, are like a camera that takes pictures of you and it literally gives the whole outline.
I forgot what that was called. It's some kind of photography. I can't remember the name of it, but there is a photography that does that.
Yeah. In fact, they used to sell it on Amazon. They used to have a camera that could take pictures, and they probably still do. Um, because I remember a friend of mine bought one. She was going to a fair and she was going to do it. And so she was going to purchase the camera. I don't know if she ever did. Come to think of it, I need to call her and ask her. She may still have it. But Nika, yeah, you can get holes in your aura. And I'm going to tell y'all, the first time that I saw a spiritual parasite, I had just got my wisdom tooth or wisdom teeth taken out, and of course I was doped up. But I woke up and there was this giant bug. It looked like a spider. It was a cross between a spider and a roach, and it came out of my head. And I know 100% it came out of my head because I thought at first I'm hallucinating. But I remember getting up and trying to hit it because it was moving along the wall. And it was very much real to me. And then I remember telling a friend, and they were like, no, 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 girl, you was hallucinating. You were high on meds or whatever. Fast forward 3 years later, I go to this meditation group and we're talking about holes in the aura and these spiritual parasites coming in and out. And everybody started describing the thing that I saw. And that was the first time that I realized that you do have spiritual parasites. And I don't know why they come out your head. Maybe because it's easier to enter into your crown. I'm not sure. But I know I have seen them. And it's because, yeah, you do, based on your health, based on the way you take care of your body, based on your spiritual connection, based on, let's see, it's health, your spiritual and mental. It sometimes if you're going through a really hard time, it's easier for spiritual parasites to attach to you. So that I know for sure.
Laverne, I was just trying to see if my camera was right. So I just put up a random card to see if it could be read on camera.
Ah.
It didn't have anything to do with auras. I was just checking to see if the writing was frontwards or backwards.
I say Nika was like, remember when I had that parasite coming out of my head? So yeah, the same experience. And it's because of holes in your aura. Some people say that the parasites eat the holes in your aura, but they go for the weakest part. So if you're mentally unstable, they go for that layer. If you're physically, if you're sick, they go for that layer. So that I have seen and I do know.
Yeah. In the article, I was reading too, they were saying that every living being has an aura, which I know that's 100%. But they said it was because it's living energy that you're seeing. But is the ocean? I've seen auras on rocks. I've seen auras on the ocean. I've seen auras on cars. I mean, it's not just a living being that has an aura.
I think it literally is vibration. I think it is vibration. Now, I know, like you said in the articles, it said living beings, but I think that's why you have some people who can see auras, but you have some people who can feel auras. So I think there's a different way that people connect spiritually to certain things. There's some people definitely that can hear, and there's some people like me that when I meet people, I know I can't fuck with you because your energy or your vibration is off. I remember going to a party one time and this girl was very off. And I can't remember if she was drunk or what was going on, but I just remember she kept bumping into me and I was thinking, she's off or something. And this lady behind me goes, her aura is black. Like she's just black inside. And I remember looking at the lady thinking, okay, maybe she off too.
Yeah.
But it was one of those things where she was picking up on it.
Now, Alyssa, I can see auras on rocks too. And you say it's with the cars, it's the vibrations, but I mean, like my car be sitting out there in the street, not moving, no vibrations, and but I can see the auras.
Yeah, but rocks and plants give off energy.
Mm-hmm.
They do give off energy.
If you think about it, like everybody, people wear hematite rings to
Yeah, like Elisa said, rocks are living. I mean,
and
there is energy exchange.
but yeah, I think everything has an aura, and you can, I mean, even sidewalks and the roads, you can see that shit.
Well, even like Laverne is saying, with Hertz meditation tones, binaural beats, and things like that. I remember when I was trying to open my third eye and I was listening to a lot of binaural tones, the room would vibrate with colors because of the tone. And that was because I was picking up the vibration and the energy of those tones. And it was opening me up. So, yeah, I think anything that has a life force, whether we understand it to be alive, gives
Mm-hmm.
off a vibration. Water, the ocean
Yeah,
is.
when I saw it, because I thought the little sparkly things that were kind of going through it was like spirits, because there's how many fish and how many people have died
Well,
in the
shit.
ocean.
Yes, a ton of slaves out there that were brought from Africa that died, that jumped off the ship. How many people, when they get cremated, scatter their ashes over the sea?
Mhm.
So, I mean, there is definitely a connection with life forces and things like that. Somebody was asking, how do you clear spiritual parasites? You take spiritual baths. You need to take spiritual baths. Some people can literally meditate and close up their aura or repair their auras. Some people go to holistic doctors and change their diet. If you're mentally challenged or saying that you're going through a very hard time, that's a way for spiritual parasites to come in. So what you do is you start healing or repairing the place where they're coming in. So say I'm depressed and I'm just going through things and I'm getting all these attachments on me. The first thing I want to do is cleanse.
Yeah,
I want to take a bath. But then two, I want to start actively working on my depression Why am I depressed? I need to go ahead and start building that barrier back up so that I don't get attachments or things that slip into my aura.
You can use eggs, like you know how you do an egg cleansing, that will
Mhm.
clear your aura. Also, a rattle.
Yeah.
If you shake it.
Bells sometimes too. Well, like Laverne said, you can listen to tones. There
Hmm.
are certain frequencies that promote healing. There's certain frequencies that, promote psychic development. There's certain frequencies that promote mental clarity. So, I mean, literally, you can go on YouTube and hit a lot of different tones or vibrations that would help. Even balancing your chakras will help. A lot of people don't realize how unbalanced their chakras are. You know, if you're scared of love and I'm never going to find love again, I'm never going to give men or women a chance, I'm going to be by myself for the rest of my life with these cats in my backyard, something's wrong with your heart chakra.
Yeah.
Your heart chakra is not open because you're scared. You're speaking, you want it to stay closed. You're not inviting love into your life.
Right.
If you're sitting
And
up
you're
here and you are
in a
dealing with people,
you don't want that.
yeah. So there's a lot of us that deal with unbalanced chakras because at the moment that you say, I don't want, or I don't need, or this is going to make me unhappy, or it's going to hurt me, or you start operating from a place of fear, you got things. Yes, Shania. Yes, Shania. Me and you can go, we could do a whole hour TED talk on this. But you have to, I know when I'm unbalanced with my chakras. Whenever I get scared, my root chakra is my balance. That's my grounding. My feet are on the ground. There's a lot of times where I know it's on point because I feel like I'm superwoman. I can do whatever, I can do whatever. The moment that I start having self-doubts or fears, I know my root chakra is unbalanced. The moment I don't trust my solar plexus and I'm not getting the intuitive that gut feeling, where I overlook it. I know I shouldn't fuck with that person, but I fuck with them anyway. And my solar plexus is kind of like, don't do it, don't do it. I know I'm unbalanced. We have to start getting more in tune with our bodies to know when you don't feel right. When you feel good, and your chakras are balanced and they're rotating properly, not too fast, not too slow, but they're rotating properly, then you will know that you're balanced. The moment that something goes off, you already know.
That the solar plexus is the emotional layer. That explains a lot, especially like, well, as from being a mom, your kid won't even be around you, but if something happens to them, it's like you get this punch in the gut feeling, and
Mhm.
that's your solar plexus, your emotional, right there.
Yeah. And then,
That
too, like
hit.
Laverna said, speaking affirmations, incantations, words have power. I just had a person who messaged me and she's like, I'm always broke. And I'm like, no. Because if you always say and an old woman told me this, an elder told me this in the store one time. I was in there with my kids and they wanted something. And I was like, we don't have the money. We're broke. We're broke. And the lady tapped me on the shoulder and she's like, baby, that's a vibration. That's what you're putting out there. And
Mm-hmm.
the moment that you say that, your bank account will forever be in the negative because you're speaking it. So we have to understand too, you can heal through your words. If you have to wake up every day and you're depressed or you're having doubts or fears or physically you don't feel well, you can speak things into your life.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see too because people start glowing. Like a lot of people, y'all, got on me about Jay-Z because I made a post because I said Jay-Z is looking cute to me. His aura, his glow, whatever it was that is around him. There was a time when I used to look at Jay-Z and be like, Beyonce, why? Why? I just don't see it, Beyonce. I don't see it. And then the other day I was looking at him and I was like, oh my God, he looks beautiful. He looks beautiful to me. There's something that shifted with his aura. And it's not money. He didn't have any plastic surgery done. It was something that I saw that made him look completely different in my eyes. My heart felt good for him. So
Yeah,
there was,
Laverne saying that he's confident.
even though I he's always been confident and cocky. He's always been that way. but maybe there's something where he just really gave into it. I'm not sure, but there's something about him to me now that he looks beautiful. Now, Lisa busted the bubble when she put a video of him talking, because he talks like he got a mouthful of marbles. But there was something about him that sparked my the physical attractiveness in him just connected with me.
Yeah. Oh, he's been giving back. Maybe he's had a spiritual awakening.
Well, they have gone to Cuba and they have done ceremonies and things like that. So he may have, but he's changed. He used to be really confident and cocky and a hoe. Jay-Z used to be a whole confident. I mean, he would be somebody that I wouldn't even turn my head to look at. And then I'm looking at him the other day and I'm like, damn, Jay-Z is fucking beautiful. Like, what happened?
Oh, they're in Ifa.
Oh, well, it makes sense. So there's definitely something that is glowing in him, and that goes to show you when your aura lines up, when you're spiritual, when it lines up, it does affect the way you look. It does affect. If I'm not mistaken, okay, Ifa, yeah, Elisa and Ariel are saying that. So there's a beauty about him. Now I will say this, and it's gonna get me in trouble with Beyonce fans, with the Beehive. There's something about her that does not radiate with me. And I have no idea what it
That's what
is.
it is because her daddy's money is what got her in the business.
No, she's talented.
But
She's
girl, you think
she's
about
talented, but there is something about her that does not radiate positively with me. And
well,
she's a beautiful woman.
but do you remember what was the name of her little group that sang Waterfall?
No, you on a whole different group. You thinking Destiny Child
Oh,
with
okay.
Beyonce, but you're
I was
thinking
thinking that
TLC.
Beyonce was in there and she was like all snooty and they would have to keep replacing other people, but her
That
dad
was
had the
Destiny
money.
Child.
Okay.
I don't know if that was so much her, and it could have been. I don't know. But there is definitely, when I look at her, she radiates beauty, but I don't connect with something in her. And I'm like, okay, maybe energy fluctuates. It
Mm-hmm.
fluctuates. Maybe they're bad shit. It ain't like, yeah, TLC, that's the group that I was, when I was saying, oh Lord, I can't even get the words out that you were
I know what
talking
you're
about.
saying. Yeah.
But yeah, so I don't know, you guys. I think honestly, with auras and energy, we fluctuate with people. Sometimes people don't click the first time. Next time you see them, there may be a different vibration. You may vibe with people. I don't try to force it. I
Yeah.
really don't. If I don't connect with your vibration or the energy that you're putting out, we just don't connect. I don't force it. But that doesn't mean that it won't connect somewhere down the line, because that has happened with me before with people.
No, see, I'm different because I've met people that even you've been friends with, and I'm like, I just don't like that person. I don't
Yeah.
know what it is. I just don't like. I've never even talked to them. I just don't like them, and I will. And must be hard headed Leo, but I will never give them a chance because from the get go, I just didn't like them.
Well, I think honestly, whether you see auras, feel auras, or you pick up any in a different energy vibration, it is your spirit speaking to you that maybe you don't need to connect with these people, or maybe you have found your soul tribe.
Yeah.
I do feel like there's a certain energy that unites us or separates us. And
Mhm.
I have seen that with a lot of people too, where it's like I've tried to like them and I've been cordial, but it I if it's a if it's a closed door at the beginning, then I'm like that. But if I'm kind of on the fence, sometimes it changes.
No, I'm just like it's like you not even really meet. Well, that one particular person that I'm talking about starts with a B.
Mm,
I never even was like formally introduced to that person. Never talked to him ever, but it was just like no, just no. It,
yeah.
it's like somebody putting um, some I don't know going to a Chinese restaurant and getting some weird food, and you're just like monkey brains, okay? Say, and you just like no. I ain't even trying that shit. No.
Yeah. No, I mean, I get it. I do the same thing with Facebook requests. I look at them and I'm like, no, no, wouldn't be that way. It really depends with me because I meet a lot of people and sometimes I'm kind of like on the fence with them. Like I look.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it changes for the better, sometimes it doesn't. But I trust my instincts and I trust what spirit shows me.
Yeah.
Let me see. When I give people a chance, I couldn't vibe with later down the line, something happens and I'm like, I should have listened.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't think you when it comes to energy signatures and vibrations, if it doesn't click, you can't force it. I've
Mm-mm.
just noticed that with certain people. Um, and especially in a spiritual community, because you expect people to have this spiritual thing, this whatever. And you look at them and you're like, man, they're not connected to spirit, or if they are, they're not connected to the spirits that I want to be connected to. And it's almost like there's certain things that you just can't, even when they talk, it's like, oh, I can't even take that in because the whole energy is off.
But that's about any group of people, really, not just spiritual people. If you take
Well, yeah,
if you take white people or black people and say, "Oh, all black people are they all get along, they stick together," no, they don't, and white people damn sure don't.
yeah.
Or just because you're Asian doesn't mean you hang out with all the other Asians and like them. So just because we're in a community
Well,
doesn't
no,
doesn't mean that
well,
have to.
that's where the different auras come in, and I think the different vibrations. Just because you're black doesn't mean that you're going to be best friends with, another black person if the person is negative or not good for you.
Yeah,
You have some
there's good and bad people all over.
you have some people that gravitate towards darker energy, and that's cool. It really is. So I would even say if the energy matches, people are going to be drawn to each other. That's how you become friends with people because there is some type of connection
Hmm.
that happens there. Let's see. I'm looking for questions or any comments. How many of you have seen auras? I'm interested in that because I'm only a handful of times I can say that I picked up on auras. Only a handful of times for me. I'm not one of these people that goes around and I'm like,
Yeah,
trying
I,
to.
I can see them. I just don't see colors.
Mm,
I can see the aura, but not the colors. And I can see it better on non-living things than living things.
mm,
But in the article that I was reading too, it made sense because when you look at another person, you can't make them sit still and let you focus. You can't control their energy and stay focused on them. But like with the ocean or a car or a rock or grass or trees, it's just boom. You can see it.
hmm. Oh, Elisa says she can see and read them. Elisa, what do you see with Lynna? What aura do you see with Lynna? I'm not sure if I've seen auras, but I have arms. But I do tend to a lot of things when I'm half awake.
Oh, mom, I think she's saying orbs.
Oh, I was going to ask, what are arms? Let me see.
Some people,
I,
I think some people can
yeah,
because
are you answering Shania's question
uh-huh.
about? There are a few people on Facebook or social media that if you send them your picture, they can pick up your orb or your aura. Listen to me about your orb. But yeah, they can.
A deep blue. Oh, I'm a very, what am I? What that thinks? What is blue?
Isn't that spiritual or?
Intuitive, spiritual, free thinker.
Mm-hmm. Now, see, when I looked at you, I thought I saw pink. So, Elisa, what are some of the exercises they can do to see auras to build up that ability? I know the first one was staring at somebody's nose and then kind of softening your eyes and looking at them in the full. But
Oh,
what are some exercises?
I was listening to my morning prayers playlist this morning. That may be why I'm blue. Because the Jewish prayers, they sing them. They're songs. And so maybe that's why I'm blue.
Yeah, but then too, you are a spiritual person. You do practice, so that could be why you're blue too. And you were listening to your spiritual music this morning. Shania, Elisa offers everything.
Yeah.
If you haven't figured that out, she offers
She
everything
can
under the
read your,
sun.
your, your energy. She can read your toes.
She can make tinctures for you. She can give you a reading. Yes.
Oh, energy balls.
Ah, are you throwing it at the person?
No, just throwing, like outside. Just forming it and throw it.
Okay, so just almost like the class that she talked about building up the energy ball and you're just throwing it out.
Mm-hmm. They start real little, and you can hold them. And when it takes practice though. But yeah, I know what she's talking about.
Okay. Yeah, she's saying that. So working on an energy ball and just throwing it. Are you going to see colors off of it when you throw it? Or have you done it before, Lynna?
I don't see colors though.
Oh, that's right.
I don't know why. I just don't see colors.
When you look at trees, I will say on that road trip,
Maybe because it's more of a spiritual thing with the ocean and the trees and the grass and inanimate objects. It's a spiritual vibration rather than because a rock don't have feelings. You could throw it up against another rock and it's not gonna cry.
well, I don't know about that though. When you deal with a rock as a living thing, maybe it does.
I take that back because hematite, when it gets too much of your stressful energy, it explodes.
Any crystal does. I've had plenty of amethyst crystals that had taken in a lot of negative energy and just cracked.
Hmm.
So I would say no.
But
Any with a vibration.
I don't see colors, but I do see the auras.
Let's see, when you look at trees, I will say that when I was on a road trip to Georgia, I did see a lot of hues in the trees, and it wasn't just like the oranges and the reds. I saw greens and purples and blues. So, and because you're driving, a few hours, you become hypnotized, road hypnotized by the,
You let your vision soften.
yeah.
It's let me see if I can put this picture up. What you do is you focus on a certain point and you kind of like squint your eyes, but and let the focus soften, and then you can see the picture. But let me see if I can pull it up here. They used to have these things all over the mall back at you know. Let me see if
Mm,
I can pull it up.
back in the days, huh?
Yeah, those pictures. See, I don't know what's in here, but let's see if we can figure it out.
Oh yeah, I can do these all the time.
I keep wanting to blink. I used to be able to do it really well, but now it's like, oh, I want to blink. Let me see.
Me too. I was trying to keep my eyes and I was like, no, don't water, don't water. Now we on the spot. Normally on Facebook, I click to these real fast. What are you guys seeing?
I'm not seeing anything right now. My eyes are watering.
See, I'm not either with this one.
I'm not seeing anything. My eyes are watering bad though. It's not black. It's more like it's a white. It's oh hell, they can't even see us. Hold on. It's like a white. It's I don't know how to. I had to put makeup on, so my eyes are water all over today. Um, it's like when I look at the ocean, the horizon. It's like a bright white, and then it'll grow into the sky as the aura gets bigger and bigger. But it's like a bright white. Yeah, Tanya does free readings on Fridays. I'm actually doing some today for my Patreon people at 4 o'clock, so here in about an hour. But you have to go sign up on Patreon. I put a post on my page. Did anybody see? Oh, Stephanie, was that a field of flowers that you saw in that picture?
I don't know. I kept feeling like it was like a big flag or something under, but I couldn't get it. Most of the time it'll be like a saying or a picture or something. But I didn't see it this time.
Let me put my link in here, Nika, if you don't mind, Tanya.
No, go ahead.
I'll be your friend with benefits. There's a lot of benefits. But I'm going to do the weekly readings over there and the like my videos, the four that I already have out. You can have a sneak peek at those now. You don't have to wait until the day before the month ends. Stuff like that. You can read about it. I don't want to be like, oh, the Lynna show.
Oh, girl, I don't care. I don't mind at all.
So I just started the Patreon, Nika. That's what I've been doing all week, trying to get that together and figure out what I'm going to do. But if you do sign up, I do have a special offer for a free 10-minute reading if you sign up. Look, I'm trying to look at what you're doing, and I still can't see it.
Oh, I have a class.
Oh, well, what time's your class?
It's starting in 5 minutes. I had forgot about it, and I was like, "Why? What are they talking about?" But I forgot.
No problem. So guys, go to the group. Make sure you vote on what you want us to talk about, and we can continue this conversation in the group too about auras. If you guys have like any of the Carillion, it's called Carillion photography. If you have any pictures of that stuff, post them in the group because that would be pretty cool to see.
I'm gonna try to see if I can find that one too that she did, because I know I folded up. I keep everything.
Yeah.
So I know I folded it up and put it somewhere. So I'm gonna see if I can find it and post it in the group. But it was mostly purples, blues, and turquoise.
That's pretty cool. Y'all saw blue.
And it would be on point, like you said, because you did some spiritual. You listen to your church or your music, and then also too you do a lot of things that you practice. So.
Yep, I try.
You keep it going. I will say that you definitely keep it going.
So,
Let me see. I'm trying to see. Did we get any other questions before I have to take off?
I'm not seeing any. Somebody had one, but that was not for this.
Yeah. So y'all put in the thing if y'all want to talk about a Ouija boards or ghost hunting, or I know we got a couple of different things already that are probably in the queue. Oh, you know what? I won't be here next week.
Oh, where are you going to be?
I'm going to be going to Mississippi to take some classes.
Oh, because I was going to come over to your house and bring you
yeah, I won't be here. I think I'll be flying out Saturday. So I'm glad I mentioned it and thought about it. So what do you want to do? You want to,
you can come over on Friday.
Yeah. Yeah,
I'm going to bring you some Depends, and I want you to open them up online. So
this is what happens.
We can do it during your readings. You can
This is what happens when you start getting old and your friends want to bring you. Somebody brought me a bib because they were saying I was getting food all over my chest, and then I'm getting pins because I'm peeing and shit on.
Was it a lobster bib?
It was just like it was like an old geezer. In fact, I haven't even taken it out the package, but it's like old geezer. And I'm like, y'all, you know what? Fuck all y'all.
I'll come over Friday, and I'll give it to you then.
Well, shit, you might as well do Friday reads too, if you're gonna pop over.
Maybe we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. All right, you guys. On that note, so I can get ready for my Depends to get here. Maybe I can get Nika to put Mambo Tonya on the back of them.
Embroidery.
I'll have some personalized Depends. Oh my God, I'm done. I am so done. I love you though.
Spirit covers my ass.
Spirit, I'm done. Hey, Nika could hook me up. Nika could hook me up. If y'all haven't gone to the Lazy Witch Company on IG, y'all have to go and check out. This woman is so phenomenally talented. It is ridiculous. Every time she posts something on Facebook, I'm like, how does she make that? And then she comes and posts something else, and I'm like, how does she make that? And she just keeps. It just keeps coming.
Did you see that tarot box she just made too?
Yeah, the tarot box was beautiful.
It's amazing.
The doormats. I want to get a doormat. I mean, I got to go through and look. But she had a ton of stuff that was just I don't even know how she creates as much as she creates. Spirit keeps telling her to relax, chill, slow down, and she just keeps going and going and going. But Spirit is gonna get your ass if you don't start listening to them, Nika. They're gonna get you. They're gonna make you lay down in that bed for a week. But phenomenal work, extremely talented. Elisa, too, you guys. If you want to get an aura reading, connect with Elisa and let her go ahead and do that. If you're really interested in it, because it can tell you some things about yourself and maybe where there's some deficiencies. And if there's deficiencies, she also can even, prescribe some things holistically to help you out or spiritually. So connect with her and get that done. It's an interesting thing to have done. It kind of gives you a little bit of insight on, things that need to be strengthened up around you that maybe you don't know.
She could probably even teach people how to align and open up their chakras and stuff.
Now, that would be a good class, Elisa. I'm just saying, that would be a really good class for people that are really trying to get to know and learn. Yeah. So maybe we'll get blessed. Maybe that'll be a class that's coming in for the new year.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. All right, my loves. Well, I'm out. I got to go do some class work, but I love y'all.
Love you. Bye-bye.
Bye.